am the founder of BeUtiful Magazine, a online digital magazine aimed towards body positivity and feminism and empowerment for all women and girls everywhere. Today, since we are on the brink of another holiday, I wanted to kind of make a video to address something that a lot of women are going to be dealing with, even teen girls, even girls as young as 8 years old will be dealing with this holiday season. With Christmas right around the corner, I know that this is a really hard time for a lot of women and girls because, Thanksgiving has just passed and we might already be berating ourselves for, maybe eating too much or, caving into the holiday stress and not being on our workouts, or, maybe we're having some disordered eating thoughts that are happening. So it can be a really difficult time, added to the fact that you're going to have to see possibly relatives that you don't want to see all over again, and that can be really trying. So just the whole stress of the holidays can be just so ridiculous and hard on women. So I wanted to kind of make a video that kind of addresses those stresses and what you can do if you do encounter any situations that you're not comfortable in or that are really testing you and making you feel uncomfortable. So the holidays can definitely be hard on body image issues, especially if you have a past of disordered eating, restricting, binging, or even, obsessive exercise, or maybe you're just really hard on yourself. That's just something that girls are brought up with, and sometimes it doesn't get better with getting older. Sometimes these things are really ingrained in our minds. So what can help is just kind of learning the tools and some techniques that can kind of take you out of that frame and kind of take the pressure off of you so that you can actually enjoy the holidays and live your life instead of worrying about what you're going to eat or being super hard on yourself. And another reason why this part of the holiday is really hard, because we're nearing the end of the year, and this is around the time where women and men too, and girls, everybody is very hard on themselves. They think about all the things they haven't accomplished in the year. And for especially women, this is when we start to really double down on our bodies and get very harsh and critical, and we start making New Year's Eve resolutions, and most of them are about diets, and so it can be a really difficult time. So it's always good to kind of prepare for these situations by planning ahead, and if you are going to be around a bunch of people in triggering situations, it's always good to have some sort of plan or something to fall back on. So I'm just going to give you a few little tips that I've picked up from some great sources and experts. One of them is dealing with judgment from other people, such as relatives. This is so common. I can't tell you how many women and girls get told that they are fat or, unattractive by their own family members, and this is not okay. And while you can't control the behaviors of others, what you can do is control your response and how you can take yourself out of that situation or even correct them. Because like I said, it's not really okay. It's not. So say, for example, if you want to handle body image comments like a boss, what you can do is set boundaries with your relatives or people that you're going to be around. Let them know that your body is not on the table for discussion and it's just not appropriate. You would do the same thing with racism or homophobia or, other perhaps political conversations. So body image should also not be on the table. Our body should just not be up for discussion. So I want to share a tip that I actually picked up from Dr. Jen Gaudiani. She and also Healthy is the New Skinny, two great resources for body image stuff. I highly recommend you check out their work. So if, for example, the example that she gave is if your uncle says, "You look a lot bigger or smaller than the last time I saw you," you can say something like, "Actually, I chose not to make my body a type of discussion. How is your business going?" So you take that conversation and you kind of reframe it to say that you're not exactly directly saying this is not appropriate and I don't want to talk about it, but you kind of are. You're just kind of twisting it a little bit. And it's really common for them to say something like, "You look bigger than the last time I saw you," or you can, if you are a more confrontational person, you can also ask them straight up, "Why are you interested?" So this puts it back on them and kind of lets them know that it's kind of like how you would deal with a racist relative, to let them know that their comments are not welcome and they're not appropriate. And I don't know where you learned that from, but it's not going to happen here. And another common scenario that I think a lot of women are going to be put into this holiday season is being at a table with a bunch of other women who just have all of a sudden decided that they've eaten all this delicious food and that they are somehow bad for it. How many times do we sit around with our friends or our mothers or our grandmothers and they say how bad they were? And this is something that drives myself and a lot of body image experts crazy, because food is neither good or bad. This is just the way the diet industry has labeled it to make money off of us. Food is neutral, and women tend to punish themselves just because they're afraid of what the consequences are going to be, or they feel like they are misbehaving somehow. And, obedience is not needed. So I think that something that is helpful in these situations can just be like, you can do everybody a favor and just stop the conversation. So, for example, if somebody's aunt or grandma says, like, I'm eating another slice of pie, it has so many calories, or I'm probably going to gain 5 pounds this weekend, who's going on a diet with me next week? These are all things that we have heard over and over again from women that we know, women that we love and respect and who are beautiful in their own right, but they think that there's some sort of deficit in themselves. So something that you can say is, I prefer not to talk about calories and weight while enjoying a delicious meal. Let's talk about what we're thankful for this year. So you kind of teach them that, like, this is not the time. Like, if you can't avoid doing that to yourself, not here and not now. It's just, teaching that it's not appropriate at the moment because you want to be enjoying the holidays. And, if you can just get a little break from that voice in your head that's tormenting you, then, this is the time that you can save everybody from their inner mean girl. You know what I mean? So that is a technique. And, a lot of, tell me if these statements seem familiar to you. I'm sure that we can all agree, but I think we've all had a relative who at one point or another said, you look like you've gained or lost weight. Good for you. Or I assume you don't want to eat dessert. Or you are so lucky for being so thin. I think that a lot of people don't really understand that body image can work in multiple ways. It's not just for people who are, larger. Thinner people also have body image issues. So kind of thinking about the responses to the best of your knowledge of what you know of your relatives can be helpful just to kind of prepare, take some stress off, and just have like little ways to get out of these things. But, you know your family best and how to react and deal with them. But, if you need help, try these out. And another great resource, two great resources, Miriam Rolick from Recovery Warriors, great resource for eating disorders and body image stuff. I love their work. If you find yourself in the middle of a really uncomfortable conversation, what you can do is brainstorm topics beforehand that might, where you can quickly change the subject. So think of television programs that you're watching or albums that you're really into, or, talking about your next vacation or something. Just anything that you can quickly segue out of that and, just avoid the whole situation. And the biggest thing around this time of year is to just be gentle. Traveling, gifts giving, seeing people from afar, it's all very stressful, especially for women because we tend to take on a lot as far as caretaking and cooking and just doing a lot and spreading ourselves too thin because we're superwoman. And just taking a pause and being gentle. And, it's okay if you have disordered thoughts, because I do feel like in the body image industry there can be, in the movement, there can be also a pressure to not have these thoughts too, and sometimes it just comes up. No one's perfect, and just acknowledge it, be with those feelings, be present, and give yourself a break. And, if you're feeling like you want to restrict or binge, or you're feeling very insecure with your body and you're just not having a good time, just be with those feelings, breathe through them. They will pass. And just give yourself a little bit of kindness and compassion and do the best you can. We're all just doing the best we can in this. So anyway, I hope you liked those tips or found them helpful. I have a few more below at the link that goes to our website. You can check those out. There are a lot of great expert opinions in there. And I hope this video helps. If you have any further suggestions of what you want to see in other videos or other tips that I didn't mention or things that you have noticed have worked for you, please let us know in the comments. I love hearing about what is actually working for people and all the creative ideas that you come up with. So I would love to hear it. So thank you for watching, and feel free to check out our website, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Hey ladies, if you like those tips and you're looking for more body positivity and empowerment in your life, I totally invite you to check out our website at BeUtifulMagazine.com, as well as more of our digital magazines at BeUtifulMagazine.com/magazine. And you can also purchase your own copy in print, and I will leave the link below for you if you'd like to check those out. We would love to have you aboard. We made this magazine for you, for all women, to represent the vast majority of us that are not getting represented in the media. And so we would love to have you on this journey, supporting us and helping us to further this movement and our mission to create healthier media for women and girls everywhere. So thank you for your support, and thank you for watching.